Welcome to this edition of Your Inner Voice podcast. You'll see a brief introduction of the topics that will be presented at the 2025 Flagstaff Dowsers Conference, October 15th to the 21st, 2025, in Flagstaff, Arizona, at the Little America Hotel. For further details, visit www.flagstaffdowsers.com. We look forward to seeing you there. Greetings, this is Susan Spruler, and today, in our podcast of Your Inner Voice, we're going to speak with John Thompson. He's going to tell us about the courses that he's teaching at the 2025 Flagstaff Dowser Conference. Take it away, John.
Hey there, kids. My conference title is Quantum Energy Secrets for Staying Healthy and Youthful. And part of that comes from my trips to India, starting in 1976, 17 different trips there. My whole business career started in 1967. I was a tax accountant with a 5-year accounting degree specializing in taxation. And went to work for a national accounting firm in Seattle, was very happily pursuing that accounting career at a time when we had a guy named Jeff Bezos driving around with books in the trunk of his car. We had Howard Schultz dreaming about coffee. A good friend of mine started a little company called Costco. Another friend built the first building for the Microsoft, and I thought that was going to be my business career, being a tax accountant. And that was until 1976 when everything changed. That turned out to be the first year I went to India, mainly to see Sai Baba. But in the last number of years in India, I've met people like Ravi Shankar, The Art of Living, Amit Shi, the Hugging Saint, Nityananda, the young guru who's building a new country these days. So I've been exploring advanced thinking, you might say, just realizing the truth of the mantra "So hum," which means to realize I'm a divine being having a human experience. So that's a big part of my lesson I like to leave with people, is just self-realization is that simple. So the class I do involves a whole number of ways to avoid the process of aging. I'll be the week before I'll be seeing you all in Flagstaff. I will have had my 81st birthday. Um, and I just have a plan on not letting the body age. Part of that started about 30 years ago, when I read a book called The Fountain of Youth. It's an allegory of a fellow who'd been serving the British Raj in India, and he hears about the Fountain of Youth. He decides to go try to find it while he still has some energy left. He finds an ashram where everybody's doing what they call the 5 rites, RITES. And first 4 are yoga practices. The 5th one is a practice of spinning, a very powerful practice to do the rest of your life. So I started with that 30 years ago, and I wish I'd started sooner. And then basically my healing began with John Thie in 1976, where I met. He had just written a book called Touch for Health, and John had identified how to strengthen or weaken every single muscle in the human body. And so I end up showing people how to do this in a close way, but also using quantum energy to send it across the room. That's one of the things people find quite fascinating about my class is how they can just simply look at someone and change the energy of someone else. So we go to basically going back to 1917 when we had Sigmund Freud, and he was working on creating an alternate orgasm. He was joined in 1920 by Dr. Wilhelm Reich. They worked together for a few years, but Freud gave up on it, but Dr. Reich didn't. And he published in 1940 how to build the orgone accumulator that accumulates divine energy. And that's where the name orgonite came from. We rewarded Dr. Reich by putting him in jail, where he died in 1955. But it's turned out to be an amazing thing that people should carry or wear to change their lives and protect themselves from EMFs like cell phones and microwaves. Another thing that I discovered in 1994 and if I continually use is kombucha tea. Used to be called kombucha mushroom tea, but it really has nothing to do with mushrooms. And I ran across it in the summer of 1994 when I was doing business in Oklahoma City. And I had playing golf on Saturdays with a man named Bob, and he had pure white hair and emphysema because he was a smoker. And after starting on this kombucha tea, his emphysema went away over the summer, and his hair color started changing from white back to a slight blush. I got my first kombucha starter in October of that year. Within 6 months, my cholesterol had fallen from 305 to 220, and my hair color thought I was dyeing my hair. So I've been drinking kombucha steadily all that time. And that's one of the things that keeps me from needing to, basically, I don't have any pains going on at my advanced age. And you never get sick. I haven't had a trip to the hospital since 1963. So that's one of my blessings and also part of the class I love to teach. So there's lots of things to explore, like isometric exercises. One of my favorite ways to exercise because I can do it watching television. I do a lot of my healing using my computer table because I work on reflexology on my hands when I'm on the computer. And it's something I enjoy teaching people how to avoid aging and how to let the years flow by, but not let the body become distressed. And so I look much forward to working with you all on making that happen. And I'll be taking classes on Saturday and Sunday, and Friday and Saturday when I'm in Flagstaff. And I love the classes or the whole system that Susan has set up in Flagstaff, and I hope to see as many of you as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. We're looking forward to seeing you and spending time with you, and we appreciate that you're joining our wonderful conference.
Great.
Flagstaff Council Conference, October 15th to 21st, 2025, at the Little America Hotel, www.flagstaffdowsers.com. We look forward to seeing you all. Take care.
Blessings. Bye bye.